Hello and welcome to this episode of LowDown Garage. Now, today you join me for a run to the dyno with the Focus ST, so let's get on the way and find out what power it's making. Right, hello and welcome. We're at the tuning centre and well, it's going to go for some runs and we're going to see what it's doing. We're getting a bit of a dyno graph soon, but we've got a bit of a verdict on the ST and it turns out to be standard, which for some of you might think that's boring, but we're quite happy with that because, well, we didn't want it to be mapped anyway. So they've had a run on it. Obviously you've heard those sound clips, pretty decent, sounds good, and that's where it is. It's in Bradford. Right, we've got our little dyno graph and well, we'll have a talk through it when we get home. I might even try find the Bimmy one to compare it to that, so we'll see you when we're back. Right, so we're back now and well, what we found out is that the car is making 225 brake horsepower, which is good because that is the standard amount, and 240 torque. Now, when these cars are mapped, what he said was you probably get about 400 torque and about 270 or maybe 300 brake if you upgraded the wastegate spring. You'd probably gain something like that, and in the torque it'd follow it a bit more. As you can see, it's a very conservative standard map. He did 2 test runs, all for the price of 60 quid. You join me in the garage again. I've now got a voice and we've got my dad's Focus ST225. Now, the plan is we're going to put some lowering springs in the back because the fitment's pretty dead and he's not really happy with this. So, we've got ourselves some lowering springs. This is something that I'd normally never do because I recommend coilovers only, but in this case we're just trying to close the arch gap. We're not looking for what else, and we've got some exhaust hangers to put on, but we don't care about that. So let's get to it on how to lower the rear of your Mark II Focus ST. Obviously at the moment we can appreciate that the arch gap's pretty crap actually, so as you can see at the front we've got about 1.5 inches, which is acceptable, but the back, I don't know what went on here, so that's just absolutely no good because it's completely uneven. I don't know what they were thinking when they did this. I don't even know if this is factory, but if it is, it's pretty poor. Anyway, let's correct that. Right, we've repositioned the car because it turns out the Focus ST is fat. Now I think what I'm going to do is I'm mainly just going to show you one side because it's easier that way. It's easy to get carried away when you're doing stuff like this because you see little bits of orange and you think, I could wire brush that. Obviously there's the spring and well, we're going to try and get it out somehow. This comes, you could probably do the shocker, unbolt that, or we can unbolt the lower arm, so that's my decision next. So it's either that bolt, which looks pretty crusty, or it's that one there, which might be a more solid option, but we'll see. Alright, so we've got the jack underneath it now, so just supporting the spring. Obviously the spring's there. So we're going to get the shocker bolt out, which is there, and then lower it down and hope it comes out. Oh. We got it. I reckon I can get the gun on that now and run it in and out. I just don't like cracking them with gun. Yes. Let's hope it's got some movement. Oh, I mean, we'll see what we can do with a pry bar, but that's pretty catastrophic. Right, here we are. We've decided that we're going to get this bolt out here, so let's hope it's not too crusty, and then we'll drop the spring. Bigger bar required.
Oh, it's moving. Is the bolt spinning, bro?
We don't know. Fucking hell. Right, we're gonna have to wind that in and out a lot. Right, general conclusion, the bolts won't actually come out because it just spins the bush because they're kind of seized. So Joe's got a sketchy idea.
Standard.
We've got it on the edge with a pry bar, and now we're gonna die.
Is it moving out?
No.
It didn't feel like it. Oh, it's scary.
Oh. I've got it with these, you see. This is not nice.
BRB.
Right, this is the most bodge shit ever, don't even. Yeah. Oh my god. Fuck. Right, we're trying another bodge it away. We did actually get the spring out in the end up, and obviously it went ping, but the camera died. There's the old one. Here's the new one. Now, you know, it might look a bit dodgy, but TikTok is quite the world of wonders, so we'll trust it with his lives. So we're going to let the compressors off and hope that it works, because
I think maybe a few more.
yeah, a few more. But if it does work, then good, because yeah. Oh. Oh my god, mate. Right, this is a fucking bomb. Mate. Just right.
I'm scared to touch it. Wow, what? How are you stood on this?
Right, it is in. You can let off. Let's just...
Wow!
There we go. Now it's set.
Move! Wham! Wham! Wham!
Oh.
Wham!
Oh. What?
Oh man! Like I said.
Anyway.
You ain't getting them out.
I can stay there. I mean, it was a good idea.
Dom.
Oh, that was defo. The now one with defo taking the shit. Right, we'll be back once we've removed all those.
The end came out.
Right, we're halfway through the second one now. We did get this one in, obviously, with the zip ties. We're quite proud of that. We're yet to hook the shocker back up because we've left it off because this side it made it a lot easier. But you can see the idea of how we got the other one out. So you get it on the... Obviously the bucket's there, it normally sits in there. You get a load of pry bars in and you just pry away. And eventually you get that end there over the edge, and that's what we've done. So we're yet to knock it out with a hammer now, but there, you get the gist.
How can it be so close?
Wow.
And still be a bastard? You ready?
Yeah. Oh! Anyway, yeah. You know, Joe, your t-shirt says it all. Yeah, that was definitely not dangerous in the slightest.
Spring number 2, about to be armed.
Oh. Right, so we've got the wheels back on now. Just did a little bit of maintenance to the exhaust and resecured the heat shield. The wheels are on, the springs are in place. Lower it down and see what height it's at. Fucking hell, tight No difference. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that. It is basically perfect. If we get the tape measure out, not the tape measure, we had the what did we have out? We had this. But now, at the back we've got 1.5 inch to tyre, 1.5 inch to tyre, so perfect. Right, so there it is, it's all done, and I'm really glad that it is done because that means we can get on with the Civic next. But at the moment it's well, it's had a wash, it's looking pretty good now. The arch gap's much more equal now. Obviously it's still quite high up, but you know, it's my dad's car and he uses it every day, so you know, it can't be too low, but you know, it's an acceptable 3 fingers. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video of messing about and showing you how to do as lowering springs on a Focus ST and how you shouldn't do it. That's how you shouldn't do it, but it got the job done, so that counts. If you're excited for the Civic now because we've finally got everything done to get on with it, then make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you enjoyed the way that we use zip ties very skillfully, then make sure to give it a comment and tell us how else you might have done it. And make sure to subscribe because I know a lot of you aren't, and why not? That's it for this one. Thanks a lot for watching. See you next time.